If you pull guard, struggle with takedowns, or struggle just taking a wrestler down, let's look at one takedown that'll improve your game right off the bat, an arm drag double leg. This is why this works so well against good wrestlers. We're gonna start here with an arm drag, okay? We're gonna break this down into 3 parts. The first thing we're gonna look at is the arm drag itself, okay? Now, we can use an arm drag for a ton of different reasons. How we're gonna use it for this takedown is simply just to close the distance. Okay, so here, when I start with Max, I wanna drag to close the distance between the two of us. So as I drag, I wanna get closer to him, okay? But if you've never shot a takedown and you have no idea how to do an arm drag, we need to break this down first. So I'm gonna start with just a simple drag. My left hand's gonna go to Max's wrist, and all I'm gonna do is push his wrist to my right. I wanna push it across my body. And my right hand's gonna come underneath Max's tricep, and as I step to the left, I'm just gonna pull my right elbow to my right hip here. Okay, almost like I'm gonna take a walk over here. So I'm not looking to pull Max into me and connect up. What I'm looking to do is get a quick slap, like I'm gonna just touch here. As I make that touch, I step hard, and look how I can cover distance while also pulling Max away from me. So again, just a basic drag outside of a wrestling stance is here. Left hand on the wrist, I cross it. My right hand comes under to the tricep, I make a cupping motion, and as I step left, I pull right, and I can create an angle. Building on this, I can also create an angle and then take it away. So I can do the same thing as I step and drag, I cut around the corner, and now I can take my partner's back. Okay, so same thing just from this angle. As I drag, I cut my corner, and I walk to my partner's back. What I like to do when I have beginners who have never done an arm drag before is show them this drill. We just call it an arm drag drill. My partner's gonna put his hand on my chest or shoulder. And all I'm gonna do is take my left hand, I'm gonna swim it to the inside. And as I roll this around my wrist, my right hand's gonna come through, I'm gonna drag, step, and my partner's gonna square with me. As I square with him, he's gonna put his other hand on my right shoulder. And now my right hand's gonna come up, I'm gonna come all the way around and across, and I'm gonna drag. He's gonna turn and square, and I'm gonna drag. And we end up playing this game where I can start to really build the sensitivity. Okay, so starting out as a beginner, this doesn't need to be fast, okay? You can go a super slow pace. 1, he squares. 2, he squares. 3, and you can start to really build this sensitivity where I can build into speed, dragging my partner's arm, and again, learning how to quickly and effectively get to my arm drag, okay? This builds me not to any angle. It doesn't close any distance. All it's doing, again, is simply teaching me how to drag someone's arm, okay? I want to be light on my feet for this drill. So I'm here, I'm light. I'm light, I'm light, dragging all the way through, okay? So that's going to be how we build this takedown, the first element, using an arm drag. The second element of this takedown is gonna be the double leg, okay? And the double leg is really one of the first takedowns that you learn in wrestling, one of the first takedowns you learn in Jiu Jitsu. It's a standard takedown where I'm gonna shoot to my partner's hips, again, using a double leg. So the footwork pattern we're gonna use here, just for a basic double leg, day 1 double leg. I'm gonna start, I like to fight with my right leg forward. My right leg's gonna be forward, I lower my base. I always want my base lower than my partner's, okay? A good rule of thumb when you're just practicing starting out is you can have your partner stand square, okay? Stand almost scarecrow here, and he can have his hands out. And the big thing is I just want my head underneath his hands. So I lower my level here, okay? Now, when I shoot a double leg, I want to drive all the way over my right knee. One of the big problems that I see beginners have in jiu-jitsu when they're learning how to shoot takedowns is they step into a lunge. And this makes sense. If you just are an athlete, this makes more sense to your body than this does. But I have to drive my lead knee over the floor, okay? That's the important part. My rear leg is not going to be on the floor here with my lead leg up. So the footwork is just simple. I lower my base, I'm gonna step, heel, over my toes, and now over my right knee, here. So it's heel, toe, knee. My right leg is in between or past his legs. My hands are controlling behind the hamstring. Some guys like to lock their hands. I wouldn't worry about it right now. Just control behind the hamstrings. Head up, chest up, back straight. Okay, I also am worried about guillotines and front chokes in jiu-jitsu, so I want to look up and across my partner's back. And now simply I'm going to build my left leg up, parallel with my partner's hips. And as I step to my right, I just drive everything across, and now I can start running my partner over and finishing with a double leg takedown. Okay, so again, just scarecrow here. I lower my base. Look how I lower everything first. I don't want to start up here on the 3rd floor and have to go down to the basement, right? I want to start down here on the 1st floor. And now when I step, this is much easier than me driving to my knee from here. This is really far away. So lower, I step, heel, toe, drive over my knee, control both legs. Chest is up, back is straight. My left leg or my trail leg comes up, and now I jump to my right, and I start to finish this takedown, okay? So from this angle, we're here. Lower, I step, heel, toe, knee, chest up, back straight, up, and drive across, okay? So that's gonna be a basic double leg takedown. One thing I like to do when I have beginners in class, I have them do this footwork pattern with no partner. So I have you start low base here, and you're gonna step, again, heel, toe, and over your lead knee. My chest stays up, my back stays straight. My rear leg comes up on this line here, okay? So I don't wanna come in front. I wanna be here. And now I jump to my right, in base, okay? So again, you just look like this, lower, heel, toe, knee, chest up, back straight, trail leg comes up, I jump to the corner. That's gonna be my basic double leg pattern, okay? And now I can start to practice this on my partner. So now let's build into when my opponent's actually in a stance, because nobody's gonna come out in a class or in a tournament standing like this. That would be ridiculous. So Max is gonna be here. He's also in a base. He also has his right leg forward. Well, now I have to build into this double leg, okay? And this is where it gets daunting. So first thing, if I'm just shooting a standard double leg, an easy way to practice this, I take my rear hand, in this case my left, and I swim, just like I'm swimming here. And as I swim this hand, I'm gonna step, heel, toe, knee, chest up, back straight. I control both legs, my chest stays up. And now when I go to finish this takedown, I need to turn the corner. So my left leg's gonna come up, and watch how I'm gonna turn the corner. I'm gonna run across Max's hips. Okay, so as I come off my feet, I'm gonna pull his legs up to my left. I'm gonna run him all the way across into side control. Just here, okay, for a double leg takedown. And again, don't get too hung up on this right now. There are a ton of ways to finish a double leg. There are a ton of ways to shoot a double leg. There's a ton of ways to enter a double leg. Right now, we're talking bare minimum, day 1 double leg. Again, here, right leg's forward, swim. Heel, toe, knee, chest up, back straight, control. My left leg comes up, and I drive everything across here. And now I'm off to the races if I want to take this guy down. Short, choppy steps, running him down into side control. One of the biggest problems on a double leg is gonna be, especially with somebody who's wrestled or has just basic jiu-jitsu, my partner knows how to sprawl. And so oftentimes we're so intimidated to shoot a double leg because we know that when I shoot here, Max kicks his hips back and he really smushes me. Go ahead and sprawl fully, and he kills me here. And I get stuck underneath him, and now what? Okay? And so this is why I like to use my lead leg as a hook. Okay, so now it's gonna change, and this is where if you've built on your heel, toe, knee, you've built on your double leg, now you can start to build into this hook, because it is a little bit different. Instead of my footwork now being heel, toe, and knee, I'm gonna shoot the same double leg, but this time I need to swim my leg. It's gonna be a lead leg hook. So it's gonna look like this. As I step, my leg's gonna come through, and I'm gonna swipe my heel in a circular motion down to my knee. So again, the foot just does this. 1, 2. I come straight forward. You notice without my partner, you see me falling to my hands. And the reason for that is on this double leg, I'm not turning a corner, okay? I'm actually gonna drive him straight forward as opposed to turning and running off at an angle. And this is why this works so well against good wrestlers, okay? Because in most double leg situations, when I shoot, all Max has to do is give a heavy sprawl. So if someone was shooting to me, all I need to do is give a heavy sprawl, get my hips back and down. And I can wait to give that heavy sprawl until my partner's here. Max doesn't need a sprawl until now. Go ahead and sprawl. And now he stuffs me. That doesn't work when I hook his leg. When I hook his leg here, notice how even if he was gonna sprawl, I've caught his leg. And now he's already going down. So even without trying to take him down, just showing you guys the footwork pattern, it's hard to keep your partner up. So I'll go super slow now. As I shoot, look at my hook. See how this leg's caught Max's foot? What's happened now is Max wants to start taking steps backwards to catch his base. The problem is, with my chest and hips and everything forward, not gonna work. He's gonna fall straight down here because I have his leg hooked. This is so tricky as the defending person here. It's hard to keep your base because your partner's controlling so well, okay? So now let's look at a few things that must happen when we do this hook. Face this way, Max. So when I shoot this double leg with a hook, one of the biggest mistakes that I see is people take their right hand, if you're hooking with your right leg, and they hug their partner's waist. Here's why. Max now has full base on this leg. So as I'm pushing, Max, I want you to just step back. There goes that. I'm not gonna take him down anymore. Come back. But just simply having my right hand around his hamstring, as Max tries to take that step back and I drive forward, takes it completely away. So I am shooting with my hands the same double leg. I'm around the hips, I'm controlling behind the hamstring, and I'm here. The only difference is instead of building up to my feet, I'm driving straight forward, okay? So from this angle, we're here. As I shoot, I hook and I catch, okay? From this angle, low level. As I shoot, look, it's that same heel toe, but instead of the knee, it hooks. That's gonna be how we take somebody down using the hook on the double leg, okay? Again, building from just a standard double leg. And now we'll look at how we can close the distance to actually get to this hook. Now let's put this all together, because you might be wondering, well, if it's hard to get to a standard double leg, it's gonna be even harder to get to this hook double leg. Like, there's no way. If I just shoot from here with no control over anything, there's no way I'm gonna close this distance. But if you remember from our earlier drills, we talked about using an arm drag to close the distance. So now instead of using that drag to step around the corner, what if I use that drag to get me closer to Max? So Max has his defensive hands up, right? He's here. His hips are far away from me. Look how far I am from him. Watch what I can do just using a drag. I'm not even gonna take him down. Catch, watch what I can do. Just using an arm drag, I can hit him with my shoulder. I can put my shoulder right in his chest. Just using my drag. Look how much closer I am to Max now, okay? So now from here, as I drag, I've closed the distance. Well, the distance is closed. Now what? Now my hand's connected the legs. Now my leg hooks Max's leg, and voila, we have an arm drag double leg. So it'll look like this. Catch, drag, step. I immediately come up to my feet, and I'm right into open guard positions where I can start running into different passes, okay? So, again, we're here. Catch. That's all I need to do. Obviously, there's gonna be more hand fighting and more options that I can have. But if I'm here just squared off with my partner and we're circling and we're moving around and I'm touching, there's my catch, there's my drag, there's my takedown. And that's why this is one of the most high percentage takedowns I have in competition. Here, I'm low. I don't need to be tied up to this guy. I just need to be at space. We're moving around, pushing and pulling here. Look, I'm feinting. There's my catch. That's all I need. Here, he can even grab it for me. Oh, he grabs my hand. Pummel, catch, drive. There's my takedown. That's gonna be our arm drag double. Bonus on this. It's hard to take down wrestlers. It's even harder to take down wrestlers that have good guillotines and good Kimura traps. And if I shoot a standard double leg and leave my head low, oh man, Max is gonna wrap me up here. Big problem. If I shot maybe a head inside single leg, Max can start looking to Kimura trap me here. Big problem. Here's what's awesome about the arm drag double leg. Watch Max's arm. See how it's pinned to his chest? If I just have the arm drug, I've now pinned his arm to his chest. And now Max is gonna, even if he tries to take the hand out, it's gonna take him a minute. Go ahead and get it out. Takes him a couple seconds as opposed to me shooting right into it. So I use this as a pinning mechanism, okay? Don't forget on the arm drag double, it is 2 separate positions. Arm drag, then double leg. It is not arm drag while trying to do double leg. Because now, look at the problem. He can step back. So as soon as I close the distance, the arm drag's complete. You did it. Now shoot the double leg. Okay? Here, as soon as I close the distance on the drag, I'm on the double. Again, I'm going straight forward. I am not cutting any angles here. Okay? And again, the reason I really like this takedown, just put your back to the camera here, Max. The reason I like this takedown, when I drive, look where I am. Hip, knee, hop, run the circle. I'm already past his guard. So this puts me in a great passing position, ready to work. Guys, I wasted a lot of time from 6 to 26 in my jiu-jitsu career. If you want to see all the jiu-jitsu I've learned in the last 20 years, you can go to getselfdefense.com. You can see our full jiu-jitsu curriculum. I'll show you how I built this takedown and everything else.